The 14th annual San Francisco Latino Film Festival jumps off this weekend, showcasing films from Latin America, Spain, Portugal, and the United States. It's presented by Cine+Mas SF, and joining us is the organization's founder and CEO, a very busy Lucho Ramirez. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. It's an honor to meet you here virtually. I can't wait to tell more stories about what you do in person. So, you took some time for us. I know starting a film festival, getting it off the ground is hard work, as is every time you launch. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing really well.
So tell me why what you do is such a gift and such a platform for stories that are so crucial.
Right. First and foremost, it's about visibility and giving a platform to Latino filmmakers, whether we're talking about Latinos here in the US or Latin American filmmakers. So really, it goes back to visibility, and the projects that we present always speak to identity through a voice that is definitely unique to whether it's a Latin American point of view or an immigrant point of view from films here in the United States.
And such an important time for these conversations. You know, what I see you doing is flipping the script, establishing a narrative, because if people on the margins don't have a narrative, don't establish a narrative, somebody will for them. And the voices that you put forward in this film festival empower that narrative that is positive and visibility oriented. I love it.
Right. Well, that's just it. I think that whether we go back to the first roles of Latin Americans or Latinos in film till today, there's always been very few actors, actresses on screen, and even fewer filmmakers in the industry. And so with the festival, my goal is to showcase all of these different filmmakers that are able to still create, even though they are outside of the Hollywood sort of industry space.
All right, and it sounds like your popcorn is done, that you're ready for a film. Your microwave just beeped, it sounds like. So we want to show some footage from the festival opener. Amazing work there, and of course we love to see Santana there, who called Feliciano a supreme star. Tell us what this was like on opening night.
Well, this is a fantastic example of showcasing American artists that happen to be of Latino heritage, and we were really pleased to have this submission come through, and to, again, bring someone to the audience that they may not be that familiar with him. But he was a very pivotal person in the development of Latin rock and American rock, for that matter, in the 60s. So really excited, and of course, audiences eat it up.
And really a lighthouse for other artists who came after Jose Feliciano. We love that. Okay, so tell us about the drama or comedy Bromilia.
Right. Bromilia is a fantastic film out of Venezuela. It takes a heavy topic and makes it a little bit light, but it has to do with a woman that's, let's just say, chances are not going to be getting married, and marriage is an important aspect of Latino heritage. So it makes a comedy around it, but there's more to it. It has to do with single motherhood, raising a child with special needs. So even though it is a comedy, there are some heavier topics. And it was just a peculiarity, again, that this year we had several films that spoke to disabilities, whether in the documentary format or with something like this.
So phenomenal. What I love about Bromilia, in speaking about whether it's a comedy or a drama, is that the fact that comedy sometimes is the gateway for us to understand deeper subjects. It sort of makes it okay to talk about hard topics.
Precisely.
All right, so we also want to show you scenes from the sci-fi flick Planet B234. This is another one, and talk about a visual stunner here. Tell me about your audiences and how they were responding to this.
So something like this is really special because we don't necessarily associate Latin American filmmakers with science fiction, though there are a few. And so this film is from a filmmaker duo out of New York, married couple, including this gentleman here who is the actor and also the writer, Jorge Luna. And again, it takes the sci-fi into a different sort of space where it's stripped down of anything that's special effects, and it's more story driven, and you go with it.
Why is it so important for filmmakers to claim territory? And you talked about how sci-fi isn't typically associated with this genre or this way of talking. So why is it important to claim other territories in film?
Well, I think it goes back to the notion that we are all multifaceted. We have different identities. And when it comes to filmmaking, it's like that too. People are not relegated to a particular sort of cubbyhole. And films like this are a way of showcasing filmmakers that are able to go beyond what others may think they are only capable of doing.
Absolutely. That sounds like a mission statement for the film festival. Maybe you should have T-shirts for that. Thank you so much, my new friend Lucho. I appreciate meeting you here in this virtual space. Can't wait to do more stories on what you do and the stories that you champion. We appreciate you so much, and to our great viewers, so many good films to see. Again, the 14th annual San Francisco Latino Film Festival is happening at theaters all over the city, runs through October 22nd. You can see the films in person or, and this is really great, if you can't make it out, you can watch them virtually. And for more information on that, you can visit cinemassf.org.